Howdy, this is Terry, and I've lost 180 pounds with keto, carnivore, and counting calories. Don't forget to click that like button and look at the description of this video. I have all kinds of links, and on my homepage, you'll see a bunch of playlists for how I lost my weight. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. So several of you had recommended I buy some chayote squash, and then I'm like, well, what the heck do I do with it? And several of you were like, oh, it's used as an apple replacement. So I'm like, okay, fine. So you all said put some butter with it and some cinnamon and bake it and it'd be really good. So I'm like, okay, because you know me, I'll try whatever. So I sliced this up. Today's Saturday. I sliced this up and I'm going to spread this around in this glass dish. I have my oven at 350, so this in the end will hopefully be like baked apples. No clue. I'm just following what you all said. It may be good, it may be weird, but you know me, I don't care. I'll try it. Over there I have some melted butter and I've got some cinnamon, ground cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice. So I think what I'll do is put some of the pumpkin pie spice down in it and a little bit of the ground cinnamon. That was probably too much, a little too much probably. And my gut says add a little bit of liquid stevia. It may be gross, but you all who've made this are probably like, oh, Terry, you just defiled that. Well, probably so. I need a glove because I'm going to dump it in, then I'm going to kind of, work it through with my hands. So just a second. Okay, I got my glove on here. And like I said, this is melted butter. And then you saw the cinnamon and whatnot on it. And I probably could add more butter. It was probably like maybe a tablespoon and a half. So now I just want to kind of work it all together here. It's funny, I lined it up so nice and neat. And then now I'm mixing it all up. But that's a very Terry thing to do. So I might at the end put a couple pats of butter on the top. When I say pat, my pats are like chopped up. So they're not like an actual 1 tablespoon serving of butter. Okay. So there we go. We've got a little of that. We've got it mixed all over. I'm not going to add any more cinnamon or pineapple spice. But let's add just a couple little pieces of butter on the top. So this is what I say the butters are shaped like, so I'll put a couple on top. 3. I said a couple. Put a couple little pieces on there. All right, so there we go. We're going to put this in the oven. I have no idea how it's going to work, so we'll check it in 10 minutes. My chayote has been in the oven 40 minutes so far. And I don't know what the texture should be. I think I might give it a little stir. Some of it is browning a little bit. The first 10-15 minutes it was like, still pretty stiff. And the texture was like still kind of almost raw. I don't know how long an apple pie bakes, which basically is the same concept as what we're doing, only with squash. So 40 minutes. Let's just stab one. I'm going to let this cool and we'll give it a taste. Give me just a minute. Okay, let's see. That tastes good. It's got a chew to it, just fine. I don't need it to be mush. But I think I am going to let it go a little bit longer just to see what happens to it. It's got a good flavor. It's almost like a bland. It's like it doesn't taste like apple, so don't get that in your head. But it's like a bland cinnamon sweetener flavor. Like something, I don't know. Like it doesn't have the squash doesn't really have a strong flavor. It's different. So, all right, I'm going to put it in for at least 10 more minutes and I'll be back. Go ahead and pull these out. I did some research, and just so you know, with chayote squash cooked, 160 grams is 38 calories. There's 1 protein, 8.1 total carbs, 0.8 fat, and 4.5 fiber. So 11 minus 5 is 6, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So it's 5.6 total carbs, or net carbs, and 160 grams of this. Now, I didn't count out the butter because I just threw butter in there and y'all saw I didn't measure it. So, for this dish, you might want to do 160 grams and use this as a side dish, as a fun, whatever you want to use it for. I'm going to let this sit back and cool down and work on some other stuff, and I'll serve it up later. And we'll get a good taste of it when it's still warm but not going to burn my mouth, because we know I do that a lot. So let's go on and serve up our chayote and cinnamon. I'm going to zero it out. I don't really know what kind of serving I'm going to do. Let me just kind of see. It was two things was what that was. And I know, okay, this scooper is not my friend, but it's not behaving very well. But okay, let's see what that is. So that's 175. Let's see what this is. My favorite scooper is dirty with something else on it. Okay, 200. This is how I do everything. I do it and try to get them even and see what even means. Okay, 200, and I'm going to put the rest of that liquid down in there. Look. Here we go. Nope, I'm going to eat it. Yep. That's really good. That's really good. You could put that in the smaller servings and have that as a dessert. So I'm going to get these two labeled. I don't know when I'll eat them, but that was really good. I appreciate you all telling me about that squash, because it was good. Chayote squash. Okay, bye.